Mike and Leilana went to Pancakes by the Bay the next morning for pancakes and coffee. They got their usual table by the window. What do you think of what we saw yesterday? It certainly was intriguing. We've now seen a multidimensional object that opens a realm of beauty and a multidimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Yeah, they seem to be trying to conceal both the multidimensional object that opens up a realm of beauty and the multidimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Let's just order breakfast and talk about something else for now. That'd be nice. Penelope, the waitress, takes their order. How can I help you? I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes with extra butter. Uh, and some of your strawberry maple syrup, along with a cup of mountain morning coffee. Coming right up, Mike. What's it going to be for you, Leila? I'll have the paradise pancakes and a cup of succulent coffee. I'll have that for you people. By the way, Leilana, how's your writing project for going for Coffee Lovers Monthly? It's going great. I found that I have an ability to write about coffee in a poetic way that expresses the way coffee is not only a beverage that brings an exquisite taste sensation to my mouth, but also connects my soul to the eternal realm of pleasure that transcends this earthly plane of existence. It was beautifully stated. All of a sudden, they look out the window and see the woman in the Corvette pull up again. She gets out of the car. She seems to be holding a new package. This package is also intriguing. From the near distance is heard another woman screaming, "Get her! She's got the package!" The woman goes back into her Corvette and drives off frantically. Wow! I wonder where she went to in her car. I wonder what's in the package. Maybe top secret plans drawn up by aliens interested in taking over planet Earth. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Would you like to go back to my condominium to practice more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. Mike and Leilana got up early the next morning, went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual table. By the window where they can look out upon San Francisco people. Penelope, their favorite waitress, takes their order. How can I help you? I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes with strawberry syrup and some butter with some hash browns and a cup of mountain morning paradise coffee. I'll have that for you. What's this going to be for you, Leilana? I'll have the savory crepes with butter and maple syrup, along with a cup of ocean morning coffee. I'll have that for you. That package is so intriguing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Sure is. Hey, look, Leilana. It's Ethan Hawke. The guy who portrays Ethan Hawke in the stage adaptation of Reality Bites, and the girl who portrays you, the Leilana character in the play. They approach them. Stay the fuck away from my woman, Charlie. She's my woman now, Ethan. I'm sorry, Ethan. I want you. You want Charlie? Charlie is the guy who portrays me in the stage adaptation of Reality Bites, and I'm the real Ethan Hawke. I brought the character Troy Dyer into archetypal existence in Reality Bites. The archetype that you created. But I'm trying to love the archetype that you created as brought to life by Charlie. Sorry, Ethan. I get Sheila. You have to find yourself another woman or maybe a prostitute if you get desperate. No, sorry, Charlie. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Yeah? Yeah, watch me. A bloody fight ensues. It gets bloody. Mike and Leilana look at each other. I can't watch this. Can you, Leilana? No, let's go back to your condominium of the Practice of More William Shakespeare dialect. Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium of the Practice of More William Shakespeare dialect. Here's an excerpt from it. Okay, we got Romeo and Juliet. Act 2, Scene 2, Capulet Sorcerer. Enter Romeo. He gests the scars that never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above the window. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That thou her maid art more fair than she? Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. Oh, it is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks, to the fair stars in all the heaven. Having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in his fares till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. But through the airy raging stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to thy night, being over my head as a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Did I not father refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not be sworn by love, and not longer became? Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's it a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all this. I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. What man art thou, That thus we screen tonight, so stumblest on my counsel. By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dare say, is hateful to myself, because it is enemy to thee, and I had written I would tear the word. My ears have not yet drunk 100 of words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and Amante? Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike. How canst thou hither, tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the blaze death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here. With love's light wings did I ever perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me wings, and I lent him counsel. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore wash with the farthest sea I should adventure for such merchandise. Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek. For that which I have heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell in firm, fain would I have spoke. But farewell, compliment. Okay. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear, that tips with all the fruit, with all the silver, all these fruit treetops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my altar. Well, do not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It's too rash, and advice too sudden. Too like the lightning which does cease to be. Ere one can say, lightning, speak it not. This but a love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when nice wicked. Good night, as sweet repose to rest. Come to the heart of that with no rest. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I were even. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose left it? Okay. 1,000 times good night. 1,000 times the words that want thy love. Love closer to love, as school goes from looks. From the voice, but love from love towards school with happy looks. So, okay. I'm going to go to the end of the play now. Give me that mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold, take this letter early in the morning. See thou delivered to my Lord. Give me the light upon the life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest me or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend in this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thee thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore, hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost, return to pry, and what I farther shall intend to do, but heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable, far than the empty tigers or the roaring sea. I'll be gone and not trouble thee. So shalt thou show me, friends, take the live and be prosperous and farewell. Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth, thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food. This is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. And here to come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies, I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhowled toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die. I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee. I beseech you, youth. Put it out another sin upon my head. By the urging me to free you, be gone. By heaven, I. Okay. Oh, comfortable friar. I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is Romeo? I hear some noise. Lady, come from the nest. Of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom lies there dead. In Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet, I dare not longer stay. I go thee hence, for I will not say. What's here? A cup. Closed in my true love's hand? Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. O churl, drunk all, and left no friendly drop to help me after. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them to make me die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm. This letter doth make good the friar's words. Their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague. See what a scourge is laid upon your hate? That heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me that. This is my daughter's jointure. For no more can I demand. But I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona, by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set, as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity. A gloaming peace this morning with it brings, the sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet's and her Romeo.